Hey, this is konnichiwa. Alright, hello you guys, and hopefully you're having an amazing Sunday. I just want to, share my thoughts regarding language learning in this video. There are many different ways to, of course, learn a language, and the main reason why this is coming up is because, in addition to my company, I'm also a language instructor. So, I teach English and Japanese on a really cool website known as italki. And a lot of my students ask me the same questions, but among them is the following, like, what is the fastest way to learn any sort of language? And once again, I just wanted to outline it in 3 steps. So, so I'm going to go over the 3 steps, but first off, the main thing that you have to realize is that, if you want to reach fluency in any sort of language, or any sort of venture for that matter, you have to be deeply immersed in it. That would probably be the best thing, the fastest way, to achieve any sort of good level in anything. So, language learning is no different. And without further ado, let's see if we can go over the 3 steps here. So number one is actually immersion. So you got to make sure that you have the right environment that fosters, fluency. So for instance, if you're trying to learn German, like myself, although I must admit that my German is, a bit, yeah, it leaves a bit much to be desired. But, you guys might be different in that case. So, if you want to, increase your exposure in German, like me or whatever, then you would be, downloading some German music. Maybe you would be listening to some German podcasts. Maybe you would also have, like a German website as your main starter page or home page, depending on what your browser is. So that would be number one, just making sure that you have created an environment that fosters success in that particular language. So that's number one. Number two would be to have an accountability partner, someone who is actually going to, help you, help whip you into shape, of course, figuratively, of course. And so, yeah, that would be one of the best things to have. Some people have teachers, some people have tutors, other people have language partners. And, so that's essentially number two. So number one, once again, would be, immersion. Number two would be an accountability partner. And then number three would be like a structure for your daily activities. So for the structure, that could be like using apps. That could also consist of purchasing some textbooks from the nearby library, or maybe even going online and downloading some PDF versions. You could also go on, Amazon or things of that nature. But, long story short, you have to have some sort of way to learn the language on a regular basis, similar to what I'm doing in Japanese. Although I've been studying Japanese for roughly 10 years, I mean 20 years, I'm sorry, long time. I still learn new languages, I mean new like words and languages on a daily basis. So, that just goes to show that you have to be, you more or less have to become a lifelong learner of that language, so to speak. So it's pretty amazing. And yeah, so you guys might be wondering, oh yeah, I'm not really, too keen on, finding number three, that third piece, which would be the language system. So I would like to actually, well, I would like to actually introduce you to the Laucher program. So Laucher is actually promoted by my, friend Moses. He is I believe, a hyper polyglot. He can speak over, I believe, 50 languages. And if you'd like, you could access his link below. I'm actually going to include the link in the description. He actually has managed to create a really cool like suite of courses, that are designed to like accelerate your learning process. And in addition, I have my special, ebooks and courses, one of which is, how to learn languages, a 7-step guide to fluency. It's actually been, in the top 100 on the Amazon bestseller list in terms of digital, in terms of distance learning. So it's a really cool book. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. The link is also going to be included in the description. And in addition to that, I have my English and Japanese courses if you want to take those. All right, so once again, those are the 3 major steps. So number one, you got to make sure that you are in the right environment. Number two, you need an accountability partner to help you, to help get you up to speed and, make sure that you are, doing things on a regular basis. And number three, Yeah, so that was number two. Number three is to, make sure that you have a, like a certain, yeah, you just have to make sure that you have the right tools, such as, the right book if you are, textbook inclined. Me personally, I tend to use apps. Back in the day, a long time ago, I used to use books because, they were more or less the only options. So, unless you were to count the Pimsleur approach, which also incorporates, in which books are also incorporated. So yes. Alright, and that's basically it there. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button below. And you can also subscribe for more updates. Alright, thanks a lot you guys, and hopefully you will have an amazing Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are located geographically. Alright, so thanks a lot. And as we say in Russian, большое спасибо и до скорого. Cheers.